Alrighty, now we're going to be getting into something that a lot of agents overlook. This is where deals either stay together or completely fall apart, and that is the timeline. So now we're looking at things like time for acceptance, closing date, inspection period. First things first, time for acceptance. This is how long the seller has to respond to your offer. Typically, I like to use 48 hours. You can do 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, but 48 hours tends to be the sweet spot. It gives the seller enough time, but it also creates a little bit of urgency. Next is your closing date. Now, technically, you can close in 30 days, but I almost never do exactly 30 days. I usually go 35 days, 40 days, 45 days, just to give a little bit of a buffer because delays happen. And the last thing you want is your deal falling apart over a timeline issue. So 35 days or more is what I recommend. Now, this next one is very important, the inspection period. This is all the way down here. This is one of the biggest protections your buyer has. What this means is your buyer has a certain number of days to inspect the property, and they can cancel for any reason during that time. In most cases, I recommend that you put 10 days in here. You'll see some contracts default to 15, but 10 is usually a good balance. Now, remember, day 0 is the effective day. You have day 1, day 2, all the way to day 10. And your buyer has until 11:59 p.m. on that final day to cancel for any reason whatsoever and get their escrow payment back. After that, they lose that protection. So this is a big deal. Now, there are a couple of other things you'll see in here, like lease information, assignability. For most standard buyers, you're not going to mess with these too much, but you do want to confirm if the property is leased, and then make sure your buyer understands that it is leased, and a lease may be in place even after they purchase if the property is an investment property and it's currently being rented. So at this point, we've now structured the money, we've structured the timeline, and those two things control most of the deal. Before you move on, I want you to write down your standard timelines: inspection period, closing timeline, acceptance time. What are the standards? Remember, inspection period, usually 10 days. Closing timeline, you usually want to do 35 or more. And then the acceptance time, you want to give probably 48 hours on most occasions. I want you to comment below, what inspection period do you usually use and why? If you've done deals before, what inspection period do you usually use and why? See you in the next video.